This week in San Diego High School sports, it felt bigger than just scores and standings. It was about legacy, loyalty, and what still matters in an era where kids are constantly being told to chase the next opportunity. From a legendary coach closing in on history to a star player choosing home over hype, this was a reminder that San Diego High School sports still really has a heartbeat. And we'll start with the story of the week, Don Lee and 500 wins. Cathedral Catholic girls soccer coach Don Lee hit a milestone very few ever reach. That is career win number 500. What makes it powerful isn't just the number, it's how she has gotten there. She took over the program for the Dons after her father, Butch Lee, passed away. Never recruited a player, treats the starter and the last player off the bench exactly the same. 11 section championships for Don Lee in the women's soccer program at Cathedral Catholic, now sitting just 11 wins shy of the San Diego section record at 511. This season, the Dons are 11-5-2. They're ranked 4th in the county, 26th in the state, and with 5 regular season games plus playoffs left, that record could fall this season, and it's very on brand for Don Lee.
Yeah, and especially just hearing about this, never recruiting a player, treating every player the same. I mean, that is a player that is a coach that any player who has played under Don should really feel honored to have played.
And she didn't even know about the record until recently. This isn't about chasing numbers. It's about culture, consistency, longevity. And now with the first ever CIF state tournament, Cathedral Catholic has a real chance to chase history on another level, but also for their coach and Don Lee. And they always do an alumni soccer game to start the year. It's always highly attended. That is one of the best programs over at Cathedral Catholic. And a daughter taking over for her father a long time ago, now up to almost 500, up to 500 wins and 11 away from potentially breaking tying a San Diego section record.
Maybe
it's a pretty cool story.
Maybe we get her on the show after she breaks the record.
We could get Dawn on the show. Dawn listens to our show all the time. I mean, she is a big Padres fan too. A wrestling spotlight for you. Poway versus the Nation. Poway is the best wrestling program in San Diego and one of the best in California. If you want to know what separates the elite programs from good ones, look at Poway Wrestling. They went on the road and battled the number 1 team in Clovis Buchanan. And while Poway didn't sweep, the takeaway was clear. Depth wins championships. Poway's lower weights kept them competitive. Backup wrestlers beating top-ranked starters. And the girl squad showed serious fire with multiple pins in hostile territory. This wasn't a loss. It was a measuring stick. And Poway showed they belong in the national mat, not just the section.
Yeah, absolutely. And great coaching and great preparation helps you get over the issue of starting wrestlers and backup wrestlers. So that is huge, fantastic job for Poway.
And Poway Wrestling has just been an absolute machine for decades plus, and really showing it now at the national scale. CJ Aldrich and loyalty. John Maffey had a great article on CJ Aldrich in the paper this week. In an era of transfers, prep schools, recruiting pressure, RBV, Rancho Buena Vista, CJ Aldrich made a choice you don't see often anymore. He stayed home. Spiked interest from out-of-state prep programs and CIF Southern Section schools, Aldrich chose Rancho Buena Vista, the school where his mom taught for 30 years. He's been around the program since 7th grade, and he wanted to leave his mark. And his numbers are staggering as a Longhorn. 2,582 career points, 8th all-time in section history, 105 double-figure scoring games, averaging 24.6 points per game as a senior. It's pretty cool that he chose his neighborhood school over potentially going to a Trinity League school in the southern section or even another school outside of his area. He focused on the school that his mom taught at for 30 years in a program he's been around.
It's so nice and so refreshing to see, especially when you have all this money and all this ability to throw at these kids. To see them take the conscious decision to stay put where they're at because they feel it's what's best for them. Very, very refreshing to see. Congratulations. Great job.
Yeah, he had a 27-point, 16-rebound game, and after that game that he put up tons of numbers, he went straight to film and looked at his 4 turnovers over and over again to help improve his game. He's going to Dartmouth. Athletes of the week, rapid fire look. Bianca Sloan, McDonald's All-American nominee, dominant in limited minutes, won the one of the players of the week. She's a women's basketball player for Cathedral Catholic. Yvonne Marchenko from Army Navy, 15 points, 17 boards, and a big league win. Gia Jacob from Valhalla, Open Division MVP in water polo. Noah Larios out of Imperial pins all 4 opponents in under 1 minute each in wrestling. Atlanta Bass Sopizo from La Jolla Country Day, 23 points in a statement win over Modern Day Catholic. And then Tristan Marcansano very close to Marchese from Santana. 2 goals, now at 10 on the season in soccer. This isn't just basketball country. Got wrestling. We got all sorts of things in San Diego high school athletics, Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of fun to see. I mean, we talk about it all the time on the show, how San Diego is a hotbed for football and Southern California being a hotbed for football as well. It's nice to see all the other sports getting their representation as well.
Quick rankings check-in. Both boys and girls basketball rankings show the same trend. Top heavy, no. Deep, absolutely. Santa Fe Christian, Victory Christian remained the boys' standard. And then for women's basketball, Francis Parker still leads the girls, but Modern Day Catholic and Cathedral are right there. Every playoff bracket is going to be dangerous as we get closer to playoff time in CIF section.